Hello there. Once again, it's Anton from Anton Bay. Thank you for stopping by the collection room. Today we're taking a look at some comics. It is Justice Society of America. This is part 5 through 8 of 8. So last time I looked at 1 through 4. If you want to check out that video, it is in the, not the description below, but in my back history of videos. I don't generally tag stuff back and around. If I do a larger series and complete the thing, I will put it in a playlist so you can watch all of it at once. This is just going to be 2 issues or 2 videos to cover the whole series. So I don't know if I'll do that, but it's possible. I don't usually cover DC stuff. I don't know as much about it. I do love me some Supergirl, and I love some anything basically Legion or Legion of Superheroes I've read. I have enjoyed. I, for some reason, have sat through a lot of issues of Lobo, which I just feel terrible about because those are such awful comics. But even if I was more familiar with DC, this is older DC. This is the original of a lot of these characters, original Flash, original Green Lantern. Just stuff that's before my time, and I am not as familiar with it. That said, it does have a great look, and this book is from, let's see, 1991, which is pretty late actually, considering most of these characters are from the 40s, at least. Some of them maybe even back as far as the 30s. Can't remember exactly when they started cranking out superhero books, but some of these characters do go back an awfully long ways. And this being Justice Society, which is, it's not the Justice League. It's before that, and I think a lot of their time was spent in World War II era combat and conflict. So that it is. And here we got the Flash, Max Mercury, or whatever his name was at the time. I don't really recall. Like I said, I don't know my DC, and I certainly don't know my old DC. But this particular series is one that I was able to come across probably in one of the collections I purchased. That when I sold everything, and I did sell a lot of comics. I sometimes I don't mention it, but I did have like 110 long boxes through the various collections and things that I had purchased, and sold all of them. Well, almost all but like 8 boxes through my divorce. So a lot of comics I have owned and have slipped through my fingers through the years. And some stuff that I still have, it's just like, well, it didn't get sold because I didn't know enough about it to even sell it. This would be the case with these. I just wound up keeping them because I was like, they were in a box of random DC stuff that I didn't sell. I did sell several boxes of random DC stuff. Had probably 2 straight boxes of Superman that found different homes with stuff. Anyway, I do like the look of these. I like not just the look and the art style, I like how they're made. Comics of this era were the last comics to really feel like a comic book. Newspaper print pages, they were still made to be read. They weren't secondary market collector edition things yet. Not really. I mean, they were just comics. And once they got past that, and once they started making glossy format pages and multiple covers and stuff like that, the hobby took a very, very different direction, with a lot less focus on story, a lot more focus on art, and I don't know, more focus on non-comic mentalities. So the fact that these still feel like an old school comic, even though they're 91, that's pretty great. Very pleased with that. We got old biplanes, which are some of the best looking planes in my opinion. Solomon Grundy, who I always find interesting. Like, that is an interesting character. One of my top 10 favorite action figures of all time is this massive Solomon Grundy figure that I have. So, let's see here. Got Black Canary. This is in her secondary outfit. This is her in her the fishnet stocking thing, which was a good change. I thought it was a cool looking thing. Oh wow. Join the world of Steven Seagal. Free karate kit with every patch order. Free martial arts catalog, over 1,000 items with every order. Wow. This guy is such a douche. It is so amazing that there is a whole flyer dedicated to him. If it was still good, I would probably still order me a Steven Seagal shirt, just because that would be the ultimate of ironic shirt to wear. Wow. Anyway, continue on with the comic book. Little Steven Seagal. Me and my wife, we've watched JonTron's video on Steven Seagal. It kills us every time. Every time it kills us. Good night, Steven Seagal. What a hilarious jackass. What a beard. That's a major beard. Trying to decide what the actual plot to this is. It looks kind of like Grundy's on the team here. No, we're just all there at the same time. Oh, Flash, be careful. I don't think that's what she's supposed to say, but Addams Family. You know, that was not a terrible movie. Ironically enough, that you'd think that'd be a terrible movie, came out pretty good, actually. It's taken a whole team to take Grundy down. Of course, Grundy is a Superman classed villain, from what I can tell. So it's going to take a pretty substantial team to bring him down. As if I remember right, if I have heard correctly, even Soups can tangle with him. If you're in Soups' category of villain and takedown, you know you're packing a pretty good wallop. Superman is there every week. Where are you? Okay, for a second it looked like a golden cowboy hat. I realized it's not. It's like a pharaoh hat. That's probably better. Art in this thing is good. Panels are good. I don't know. I just have to say the book has a feel, and that feel is pretty nice. You can tell it has modern sensibilities in this comic, but it's also really a playback to vintage comics. This is what happens when you watch too much television. Yeah. You can tell it's straddling the line between old comics and new comics. And isn't that what the Copper Age was all about? This is a good cover. I always liked that ad with the Ninja Turtles. Gotta fight the massive I Love Lucy. The Ghost Indian. Some sort of a phantom baseball man. All of it brilliant, I'm sure. But just what a fun looking book. And it's built up. Every single issue, the first run was like all individual characters all gathering them together. And here is, the last issue or two. It's the whole team compiled into a group, fighting a villain that's kind of hokey and funny. Yeah, I like the whole premise. The build-up is nice. We kind of just take everybody else, and I don't know who is drawing the Flash, but some of these facial expressions are great. Dumb hat and all, these are great. That's Ted Knight. He's fighting Savage. No, Flash, you're wrong. That's Starman. Like, he doesn't even know who's who. I'm relating to the Flash here, because I'm a little lost on who all's who too, because it's DC and I don't know what's going on. I feel like I'm not even the people in DC Comics apparently don't know what's going on. So That's good. It's good if I'm not on my own with that. Having a chuckle about the fight at the end. TV enough for TV Land. Tough enough for TV Land. Nick at Night. This is classic stuff. That's all the news tonight, and sleep tight. Good night. It's the end. And the whole story actually wraps solid. Oh, Smash TV. That is an amazing video game. I highly recommend that. So that is Justice Society of America 1 through 8. Started out, I think they call it a maxi series. Just kind of a individual stories that all clump together and make a full tale. And these were easy for me to find. I don't remember if they were expensive or not, but if they can be had on the cheap and you're a DC person, these probably be a good book. And if you're just a really big fan of this era of kind of into the modern with a look back to the past, some books do that better than others. AAC Comics does it all the time. These are great books for that, because this is definitely a more modern comic, but is definitely looking back with vintage sensibilities. So I like that. Anyway, that's my story. Thank you guys for watching. I will catch you later.